And welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure that notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have an extremely exciting one because we are going to be testing a brand new eyeshadow palette by Heartbreaker. So this is the brand new Rainbow Heartbreaker eyeshadow palette. It retails for £15, but you do get 40 eyeshadows in here. You get a mix of mattes and shimmers, and as you can see, you have every colour in here you could possibly need for a rainbow eye look. So this is what the packaging looks like. It is just in like a cheaper plastic packaging. It has a pink background. It is pretty basic, but it is £15 for 40 eyeshadows. So this is what the colour story looks like. I personally absolutely love it. Based on first impressions, I would say that these greens, there needed to be another green matte, so like maybe this one should have been a matte as well. But in terms of the other shades, it has a pretty good matte to shimmer ratio. Like, I'm pretty happy with this, barring the greens. Like, all the other colour sections have enough blending shades and stuff to create full-on rainbow looks. I absolutely love the look of this eyeshadow palette, and to be honest with you, if this is good, I'm probably going to get rid of all my little mini Heartbreaker palettes, because now that I've got this, I don't need all the mini ones because this one has all of the shades in them. Okay, so that is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. I'm going to quickly insert some swatches and then we can get on into the eye look. Okay, so I've just popped on some eye primer. This is the Love eye primer, and because this is a rainbow eyeshadow palette, we are going to do a rainbow eye look, but I'm going to try and make it as simple as possible. So if you do want to, you know, follow along, it is a bit more on the simpler side. I'm going to take this yellow here and I'm just going to put that at the very front of my lids. Okay, so that's a really pretty pastel yellow. It's not super pigmented, but I am building it up and it is applying really nicely. Next, we're going to take this orange here and I'm going to put that next to the yellow. Okay, so that's the orange on. We're next going to take a red. So I'm going to take this top one here. And again, going to put that next to the orange so it creates a really smooth gradient. And I'm just doing this at the moment to put all the shades down. I will go back and intensify all the shades because when you start blending, you do lose that pigmentation as well. And then for the pink, I'm going to use this shade here. I wish they had names on the palette. That would be a whole lot easier because I feel like sometimes you can't tell what shade you're using. So we see we've got this little gradient going on. Okay, so those are the shades on my lid. I'm now going to go back through them all. I'm going to intensify them and I'm also going to blend as well. Okay, so I've gone back through and blended all of that. So there is a really soft gradient here now. The only thing I will say, the red is quite pinky toned anyway. So the red and the pink do kind of just like mesh into one. So the shimmers in here are nice. I would have preferred if there was like a more yellow gold in here, except we have a bronzed and a yellow shimmer, and then the lighter shimmer has actually got a pink reflect. So I would have loved to seen like an actual yellow gold shade in here, or maybe a silver, something to break it up a little bit so we do have like neutral shimmers in here. These two shimmers actually are very similar, like this one and this one. Like, please tell me what the difference is between them because they look exactly the same. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take the yellow shimmer and I'm going to pop some of that at the front of my lid. And I'm going to take that on my finger. Then I'm going to take the bronzier shimmer. I mean, there's two, but I'm going to take this one here and I'm going to blend that after the yellow. See what happens. I don't know. Yeah, look how bronzy it is. Just go back in with the pink and just intensifying those corners. Here we go. Now I'm going to go in with the lower lash line. So I am going to start with a purple. I'm going to start with this dark purple here. They're all quite dark purple mattes. Like there's not really a lighter purple. But I'm going to start with that on the outer corner because it will blend in with the pink. I love the blues in this palette, but I do love this like tealy column more. It is absolutely stunning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shade here and I'm going to pop that just in the middle of my lower lash line. And then yeah, I would have absolutely loved to have seen like a darker green matte, but I'm going to go in with this bottom green here. I'm going to blend that at the very front. And then for my inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to take the lightest shimmer in the palette, which is this one here. It looks icy, but it does have a pink reflect to it. So that shade is quite disappointing. It doesn't really show up that much. You can see it on my brow bone, but on my inner corner, it's not really like popping as much as I know that I Heart Evolution shadows can do. So this is my completed rainbow look. I'm now just going to pop on some mascara and some lips and then I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Okay, so I'm back. This is my completed look. If I just come up close, I can show you my face. This is what it's looking like. To finish off my look, I did use my Maybelline Curl Bounce mascara, and my lips, I did actually try a new product today. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics liquid lipstick and lip liner in the shade Easy Peasy. I believe it's from her like newer like Valentine's collection. Absolutely love the shade. So yes, this is my finished look. Please let me know down below what you think. Okay, so let's finally talk about this eyeshadow palette. So based on first impressions, this is a beginner's rainbow eyeshadow palette. If you are more experienced in eyeshadow, I don't feel like you're going to enjoy this. The mattes were really nice. They weren't as pigmented as other shadows I've tried in the past, and the shimmers were just not shimmering as much as I would have liked them to. I feel like you can spend like another £5 and get the Patricia Bright's like colourful palette, and that palette is incredible. But if you are a beginner in eyeshadow and in rainbow eye looks, then I do feel like this is a great palette to start. The packaging is obviously very basic. It is plastic, but the shades in here are very beautiful, I must say. Like, I do love the shades in here. There are a few changes I would have made, which I mentioned earlier. I would have changed up the shimmers a little bit. I would have made like maybe one or two of these greens mattes as well. I would have loved it if they put a black in here, a white in here, and then I honestly think that would have been like the most perfect rainbow eyeshadow palette. I do feel though, now that I have this big Heartbreakers palette, that I can declutter all my mini ones, just because I don't really need all the mini ones and this one when all of the shades are probably the ones in this anyway. But overall, I would say this is a complete beginner's eyeshadow palette. So if you are experienced in makeup, then I don't think you're going to enjoy this palette at all. But if you want an easy rainbow palette, then definitely check it out. So I'm going to round this video up here. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you think of this eyeshadow palette, and of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.